minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Testy, testy, turkey sandwich. Ollie, ollie, oxen free. LA, are you there? Present. Okay, I need to turn the TV background. No sound is coming through the door, but it is. Okay, let me check one more time. Okay, that's better. I had to do a sound check, audio check, quality assurance, all the checks, all the checks of the land, checks of the world. I tell you, with the TV, sometimes stuff come up really loud. I had the volume on 14, and that volume on the TV was like so crystal clear, right? And then sometimes I'll have another movie on, and I have the volume on that same amount, which is volume 14, and you cannot hear a GD thing. It be have me thinking I'm a senior citizen and I need, is it called bariatric hearing? It's like that. I have me thinking something's going on with my ears. No wonder you yanked my ears, says Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah, so at 14, the sound was coming through loud and clear. So much so, I had to actually turn it down because it was picking up in the live stream. So now that I have that taken care of, I can move forward into today's show. Oh my goodness. Happy Monday, y'all. It is Monday. What is it? August, September? It is September. Oh my gosh. Y'all, I'm showing up here like it's a Monday. What's going on? Best TV show ever. Bam. Thank you for coming in, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. I know you have to be in and out, so thank you for showing up real quickly. I know you're gonna be dipping out real quick. Thank you for coming in. Good morning. What? It's still morning? It don't seem like it's still morning. It seems like it's tonight. Tonight, like right now, it seems like it's 7 p.m. on November 10th. I am struggling through this Monday. And I just got off a live this morning. And my goal on Mondays is I dress up in my cow suit. Morning Moo Monday Motivational Madness. Helping moo and moo power moo your work week. I'm supposed to be motivating all of y'all on Monday to get ready for work. And I was falling apart on the live. I mean, through the entire live stream. Good morning to you. I mean, couldn't get it together, wasn't saying the words correctly. It felt like I was losing brain power. So in turn, that probably meant I was losing brain mass. I had to get up to use the ladies' room. Y'all, happy Monday. So my goal today is to complete the Joe Budden Podcast episode today, which is reaction review of the Joe Budden Podcast episode 874, Miley and Molly, not to be confused with TV show Mike and Molly. This is part 3, and I'm going to punch the rest of it on out to conclude the series. Even when I start to review my Breakfast Club things again, I'll take it an hour at a time. But I'm going to finish this up real up. And the next thing on the list I want to do is get my music started. Now that I went through sound check and all that stuff to see that everything is cool and that I didn't accidentally have myself on mute, thank you so much. I can get ready to get started. So let me find some music I could play in the background and power through this. Let's see here. Let me turn this up. My tablet. Elay TV is a variety platform, so I do not put myself in a box with one niche. It is a variety platform, which has been told to me since I started YouTube, is a big YouTube no-no. I went against the grain as soon as I started my YouTube channel and stuck to keeping it a variety channel. So let me get this on, put it on the loop, have some music in the background. Y'all, Monday to get my royal, and this thing is freezing up. Let me put this in airplane mode because I don't need the internet to play my music in the background. Let me cut down some of this energy. What is it? It's band usage. I'm probably not saying it correctly, but that's what I'm gonna say here today. Let me cut some of this bandwidth usage. I have my popcorn because I'm hungry. I'm going to have to fix me another snack after this. I ate a light breakfast, y'all. I ate a real light breakfast today. And once I'm finished with this live stream, I'll be making something else to eat. Thank you so much for coming in. We have 4 people who voted already. Out of curiosity, let me see what you guys are saying. Whether or not you were familiar with the podcaster Joe Budden TV show. We have you ever heard of the Joe Budden Podcast /TV? 25% said yes and 75% said no. So I think the last 3 times I've done this will be the 3rd day. Let me say here. The majority of the people have been saying no, they have not heard of the show. So it's nice to be able to introduce a whole new world. A whole new world. A whole new world to the podcast. Thank you for the compliment. It's supposed to be what they say. Let me see what I can do with some of this buffering. I killed one of the devices I have running. I put it on airplane mode because there's no need for me to have it on regular since I'm just playing music in the background. And let me see here. I'm waiting too. Hey, what's going on? I'm waiting for a little pop-up thing to show up on my live stream. I like that YouTube is incorporating the option for me to do more audience participation. So in the I'll be able in the live stream. I should be able to do a pop-up eventually. Thank you so much for commenting and subscribing. Let me get this in here so we can roll with this. Let's see here. Let me put in for Tulip, 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 and put this in here. I hope I put that in there. The link to the video I'm getting ready to finally wrap up should be in the description. Let me check out the description. Yes, the link to today's video that I'm going to wrap up today is in the description. So if you want to hop over there, I'm actually about 2 hours in. This is the third installment of it, and I'm getting ready to get started. Let me see here. Open panel so I can keep track of what you guys are saying while I'm over here in La La Land watching TV. The Joe Budden Podcast. Here we go, y'all. I'm getting ready to get started. Let's get it started. Let's get it started in here. Here we go. Once again, the link is in the description. I'm excited about this. Let's see. So right now, it's rolling up into commercials right now. My first commercial of the day is TWP. What is that? It is some type of trading course. Hey, I don't know anything about that, but that's just a commercial. So I am in the 1 hour 55 minute marker. Once again, I'm starting in the 1 hour of the Joe Budden Podcast. With the goal to finish the rest of this up, this will be wrapped up in 3 videos. Let me get my settings adjusted on here. Mini player loop. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, so Mona's talking about senior citizens' birthday wishes to transition because they felt they've done enough. They're talking about senior citizens. Wow, so the show just jumps in on the heavy. Boy, they be talking about some stuff on here. So what I'm looking for right now is the bandwidth or the strength of my... Oh no, they're talking about this cryo freeze like Demolition Man. They're talking about in the spirit of reincarnation. Joe's talking about some people are paying to be frozen. So at a set amount of time, they'll become unfrozen to live again. What in the Demolition Man is going on? And so we've got Mark talking about how each generation puts us in the position to think about modern day technology and the whole extending life situation. No, I didn't watch that. I heard a couple reviews, but in reference to the Lil Wayne wasn't there because he didn't want to be up there with senior citizens. Yeah, is that true? Wayne, come on, man. You stand alone, man. You stand alone like Barbie. Barbie holds her own. Barbie's timeless. You like Sade of rap. You stand apart with the quote old people, but it is what it is. We are the old heads of this new generation. It should be a badge of honor. It's all about confidence and so I got to figure out what to do with this channel buffering real quick. Let me see here. But yeah, this is really good. So they're talking about Kim Kardashian right now. They're saying that she's smart. You know, of course she is. And she knows things she's not allowed to share. Of course. That's just how the world works. So I don't know how they segued from transitioning modern day technology to Kim Kardashian, but that's where they're on now. That's what they're on now. Let me maximize this page. So they're prying around. And Parks is talking about like how he doesn't like the thought process of wealthy people having this automatic norm of just being super smart, meaning that they have a superiority or wealth of knowledge over the poor people. He says this is what Parks is saying. I'm loosely paraphrasing. He don't like that people are saying that, you know, because wealth is not necessarily connected to intellect. That's what Parks is saying. Oh my gosh, now they're segueing into politics. So Mark is throwing up his hand saying that he doesn't like to call people smart nor dumb because it all has to do with the context. Wow, this is getting good already. So he's saying you can be smart in some areas and you can be dumb in other areas, but that doesn't mean you're dumb. Yeah, so that's the guy in the khaki pants. That's what Ish is saying right now. He's basically saying that smart and dumb, they're not comfortable with labeling people that because everyone's not well versed in every topic. I get it. This is good. I'm enjoying. Oh man, Mona is going on a rant about our prez. Girl. Oh, she said the F-bomb. It is regular popcorn. So it's sweet. I mean salty. Y'all, this is my second live stream of today, and it is definitely feeling like a Monday. Today, my Monday is Mondaying, and let me see where I'm at today. My first live stream, it felt like I was only working on 25% of brain power. And it's steadily declining as we continue. But I have to, not fully operating on all of your brain function is no excuse to miss a live stream. So I am here, present, and I'm on, it feels like 19% brain power. How are you doing today? Good morning. Thank you. What I'm doing is reacting from the Joe Budden Podcast episode 874, Miley and Molly. So it's just talking about how Dwayne went from a different world. His father left him a whole bunch of money behind, and he squandered it behind. So they're talking about applying principles to being, different types of smarts, street smarts, book smarts, financially literate. They're talking about having head starts in life, how parents leave a fortune behind for their children, and some kids squander it, and some people grow up to be jerks. Mona is really tripping over the fact that she doesn't agree with how our Prez is going about using his finances per it being transferred, down the lines through generations. This is really good. It's a very serious conversation that they're having. Nope, I'm still waking up. Some days it be like that. So we're finally, let me turn it down. So we're finally on our first official, I was about to say coffee break. We're on our first official commercial break. So that'll give me time to get something else to drink. I've got tea right now. What's going on in the survey? We have you heard of the Joe Budden Podcast TV show? 25% yes and 75% said no. Welcome in. I am going to skip this boring commercial. We are at the 2 hour 3 minute mark. It's weird because I'm not sure how this clock is working. Jay-Z versus The Field. So what's going on? Is Jay-Z going to be in the versus battle or not? Or is this just all talk? And when did they bring versus back? That don't sound right. Jay-Z don't even seem like he will be in the versus anything. He stands alone, whether you guys like him or not. He stands alone. How can he be in the versus what? Jay-Z old me versus new me, and he battle against himself. I'm here for that. But Jay-Z going up against anybody else, it don't make sense to me. Not saying that he's the godfather of rap, but Jay-Z, he turned into a whole different type of person. And to me, he personally doesn't even classify with any of the rappers. So if anything, he will have to battle himself, his old self versus his new self, and let that be that. And when did versus come back? I thought versus was only for the C19 era. Someone just asked. I don't want to say just asked. Let me look at the timestamp. At 9:26, someone asked, you watched Cash Money versus No Limit? I didn't, but I heard about it. They're talking about T.I. Who would he T.I. go against in verses? Oh man, what's going on? What? So he's saying that the guy in the ninja suit, Ice thinks that T.I. should go up with Jay-Z and win verses simply because they both have long catalogs. Joe is upset because he's tired of Ice bringing up Southern rappers all the time and no one more. What do you guys think about that? In fun, yeah, in the spirit of having fun and no competition, it would be just a nice back and forth concert, but there wouldn't be any competition like the spirit of, and the winner is Jay-Z versus T.I. There's no comparison, but collectively they could both bring the house down, deeming it the most epic versus for 2025, because the one that really took the cake for me as of now, as far as verses, is SWV and Escape. That was good because it was nice to see girl groups again, and it was nice to hear live performance and real singing, and people actually moving around on the stage and getting their power to sing, So I had that on repeat because it was just nice to hear singing again. So in the name of the males, it would be awesome if Jay-Z and T.I. did something professionally. That would be fun. Oh, what's wrong with Mona's microphone? It keep falling down. They had to help her out. That's cute. Your girl is showing. They had to help Mona with the microphone. That's cute. So now they want to bring back celebrity boxing. Y'all remember Celebrity Deathmatch with MTV? Oh, here we go. So they're saying Judge Joe Brown versus Judge Joe Brown versus Judge Mathis. That would be funny. And now Joe is talking about he wants to have a celebrity boxing match with podcasters. Mona is on fire. She wants to do this. Who in the world? Mona's on fire. She wants to apparently fight somebody. When it comes to the celebrity boxing match with YouTubers. Yikes. Ooh. Talk about pain for your pain. So Joe wants to fight some guy named Duke. Is it Duke Dennis? That's crazy. I mean, if you guys have some beef, it's better to take it out that way, opposed to gosh. If it needs to come to blows, let's just take it back to the back in the day times where people just met you after school and they fought. And when it's over, like Joe said. Don't nobody do that anymore. Remember when we transitioned into the era where people used to square up and fight, and then we transitioned to the ones who lost, they couldn't let it go. And then it transitioned to where we are today. So yes, I'm here for Celebrity Deathmatch by way of MTV. Joe says some of the YouTubers are looking flabby and sick. It's funny, how you see some of the YouTubers, they be on for a while. Example, the mukbang ones. And you see them be tiny like this, and then years later, they get bigger and bigger. Wow, it's creepy watching that. Wow, this is good. Who does she want to beat up? Mona wants to beat somebody up. Oh, no. Mona, girl, don't do it. Not Mona the vampire. Mona the vampire. Oh, my gosh. Bring back the shark suit. Hercules the shark comes on Fridays. But while you wait for him, he's got a whole playlist. He's got 14 episodes. Hercules the Shark also hosted Shark Week. So he's got Shark Week he's on for Shark Week. And he's got videos of random episodes. So Hercules the Shark will be on every Friday. And until then, you can check him out. Hercules the Shark. Let me type this in. Thank you for asking how you doing. And thank you for pressing the like button. Hercules. Hercul. The Shark. The Shark comes on every Friday at 5 a.m. ET time. There you go. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming in. Thank you so much, guys, for liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. It's on commercial right now. Good. So give me time to put a couple of things in the chat. Did you guys see the video that I did this morning for Molu? That was fun. It was Transformers versus Power Rangers. You had to choose one. Yup. So while the commercial plays, I'll get these things up and going. Happy Monday. Today is November 10th, 2025. The time is 9:43 a.m. Eastern Standard Time from the grand, glorious state of Georgia. It is me, LA, pronounced like LA, like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. This is the reaction review of the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 874, Miley and Molly, part 3. I am going to bring the show on home by finishing up listening to the video. Hi, thank you for coming in. How you doing? Okay, what is this commercial? They're talking about Joe Budden people. Why y'all have all these boring commercials scheduled into my time slot? This is whack. Now they're showing some commercial for what? Epclusa. If anything, what about those fun medicine commercials like Wegovy, or Ozempic, Ozempic, you know, or real This commercial is boring for this medicine. Nobody's gonna buy it because this song is whack. I'm skipping the commercial. Oh, they're talking about Amanda Seales. What are they about to say about Amanda Seales? Amanda Seales, reaction to new Keke Palmer series. Ooh. Hello, welcome in. High five. Bam. So, the description is at the bottom. Well, the link of to the video I'm listening to right now is in the description. I am 2 hours, 13 minutes into this live stream. And my goal is to finish this all the way up through. Joe Budden said he likes Amanda Seales. So apparently there's a clip out about Amanda Seales talking about the Keke Palmer podcast. What did she say? This is my first time hearing about this. What did Amanda Seales say about Keke Palmer? Thank you for coming in from Los Angeles. Meow, meow, meow. I'm going to put some palm trees in the chat for coming from Los Angeles. Keke Palmer, I don't know if that's her real persona or not. She seems fun. She seems really loud like my family members on my dad's side. Bougie, yeah, but there's a difference from being a snobby bougie and a bougie where she just likes that type of lifestyle. Let's say it like that. It seems like Keke Palmer falls on the good side of bougie, where she likes what she likes. She's a woman who knows what she wants. She knows who she is. She knows her worth. And that's about it. I don't think she's that type of bougie where she's turning her nose down to people, you know. But she seems really loud. But I don't know if that's her personality or acting. You will be better soon. Warm wishes from me to you. What is Amanda Seales talking about? Amanda Seales is ranting on about the black community. And I don't know. Yes, so once again, get better soon, and you will get well soon. Oh man, guys, this tea is wonderful. So this time I have Lipton's tea. Keke Palmer is a busy lady. Is she still only on her first child? I don't know. You know, with all that stuff that went on. She seems like a really loud lady. But besides that, she's probably a really nice person to be around. She's about her business. Like I said, I have family members on my dad's side who resemble the spirit of Keke Palmer. And I think as long as you're comfortable in your own skin and who you are and you know who you are, you will never have any issues with a girl being around a girl like Keke Palmer, because our spirits will match far as us knowing or you knowing who you are. So there wouldn't be any clash, so I can say that. So if I were to meet her, I don't think I would have any issues. I think we'll be all right. But I think I think Keke Palmer has a strong BS detector. So she know that you're on some BS, she gonna give it right back to you. Hey, what's going on? Thank you for coming in. Bam. High five. Hi. I'm gonna put hi. Hi. And welcome in. So I'm not really following too much what they're talking about. They're talking about, I'm assuming a movie that Keke Palmer that is in. And I don't think Amanda Seales is happy with the particular role that Keke Palmer is choosing to be in. That's about loosely what I call moving forward. Move the car up, moving forward. She took the role. Who cares? I'm quite sure they've asked other black people to pick said role and they said no, and Keke said yes. So there you go. What's the difference? Shouts out to the ones who stood on there too, who didn't take the role. You didn't take the role. And that's it, that's all. Whatever. Moving on, Amanda Seales is going to be Amanda Seales. So they're still talking about it. Mark is talking about, we are wounded people. Leasing out the African American experiences to other races and expanding your own. Wow, that's well said. All I can say is I'm glad who I am as I drink my tea. I'm very glad I am who I am. So for those of you who are interested, the link is in the description below. And we are in 2 hours, 18 minutes in. So apparently Keke Palmer may not be acting in it. She's going to be an executive producer in it. Let me look on Google, see what's going on since they are talking about it. What movie, what movie is Keke Palmer, P-A-L, was it producing? Perfect. It's because it's on commercial. This will give me time to see what the hoopla is all about with this whole Joe Budden thing. I don't know if it's a movie or if it's a TV show, because it said here, The Burbs. Keke Palmer is producing the TV series adaptation of a 1989 movie, The Burbs, for Peacock, in which she will also star. Additionally, she is an executive producer and host for the Disney food competition food series Foodtastic. Now that I didn't know. I like food shows, but I don't think this is the movie they're talking about. So let me wait for the Joe Budden podcast to come back on. Let me see. Which movie is Keke? Is Keke? That's not her real name, is it? Keke Palmer. Directing. And that has something to do with let me see if I can find this. Oh, an Adobe commercial came on. Well, I haven't found it, but they're playing the preview. It seems as though Keke Palmer is going to be playing in the movie where I think she's going to be some type of foreign exchange student. What is this? I got to see what this is. What is this? Oh my gosh, I have to see what they're talking about now. Okay, so this might be it. Keke Palmer, thank you, AI overview. So this might be the movie. Keke Palmer is not in a movie about being raised by Asians, but she is producing a show called Southern Fried Rice that features an Asian American character being raised by a black family. The show, which premiered on her Key TV platform, follows the Korean American character Coco Johnson as she navigates life at a fictional historical black college, HBCU. Who's this person walking on the stage? Please get your behind out of the camera. No pun intended. Someone's dressed as Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson just showed up. I thought that was a girl. Oh my gosh. That was Michael Jackson. That was the Imani. Who was that? Oh my gosh. That was Michael Jackson just walked up on here. I thought that was a girl. Oh no, I'm sorry. That's a guy. It's that Imani guy. He's dressed up as Michael Jackson. He just did the voice. My bad. Ha. Okay, so the series has generated mixed reactions, with some criticisms regarding this concept, while Palmer and the creators have defended it as a story that reflects diverse realities and sparks conversations about culture and identity. Keke Palmer's series sparks backlash for a portrayal of Asian. So what is she dressed up as a... Yeah, I get it. I'm not here for it as of now. Minimize. Okay, shouts out to the Joe Budden Podcast for putting me on to the new Keke Palmer project. Wow. Based on the trailer the trailer snippet that they played on Joe Budden, plus the description I read about it, right now I'm tired. I'm exhausted. I'm pretty exhausted from what I've heard about it so far, but I need to see it first. Oh no, they're asking Mark, what was the name of the cult? Leave him alone. Okay. Licensing your likeness to people, that's creepy. They're about to talk about Pharrell and the jellyfish sneakers. I need to see how these jellyfish sneakers, I remember Joe was talking about that. So first of all, I want to know about Keke Palmer's movie. Keke Palmer. And then the Adidas and jellyfish sneakers. I need to make sure my notes are nice and neat. So, story ideas. We've got Keke Palmer's new Asian movie. And we also have when is the wedding going to happen for Joe Budden and Sade? I wonder. Wedding, ew. Back to the jellyfish shoes. Let's hear it with the Adidas and Pharrell. I want to see how they look. Have you guys seen the Adidas shoes? Let me see. I want to see here. Oh, wow. Yeah. So they're having another situation. Wow. I want to see. So there's a situation with Pharrell Williams with his jellyfish shoes with Adidas. And now what's happening is that now that the Pharrell Williams expensive jellyfish shoes have come out, Adidas waited a little time and has come out with some squid sneakers. The squid sneakers, according to Joe Budden, said it looks like the poor version of the Pharrell Williams jellyfish sneaker. And the squid sneakers are cheaper for other people to be able to afford. And it's like a situation they were saying in reference to the whole Adidas and Kanye West sneaker. Here we go. I think in the name, what happened to the name of fashion where they had the big name people make the said shoe and then leave it up to the other brands to make their own mock version of said shoe? What happened to those days? Like Vera Wang will come out with a beautiful summer sleeveless dress with nice pockets. Vera Wang is Vera Wang, and those who want Vera Wang will pay Vera Wang's prices. But then you have like the Burlington Coat Factories of it all, the J.C. Penney's of the world, the Rainbows of the world, the Party Cities of the world, making their imitation of said Vera Wang's dress that came out. This is the situation that Adidas is not doing. This is crazy. So right now they're talking about the jellyfish shoes with Pharrell Williams and Adidas. And talking about how this situation compares with the same situation as Kanye West and Adidas. So what's happening again? Wow. So this is jellyfish. This is my first time actually looking at the jellyfish shoes. These mugs look like some Asics. I used to run in Asics when I was in track and cross country. So I don't see anything spectacular about these jellyfish shoes. I'll just wear some Asics. Asics are comfortable. Wow, this is good. So right now, we are on the part talking about poor product pacing. Scale without sabotage. I'm not business savvy when it comes to that, but Adidas is dirty and grubby and moving too fast to release both shoes at the same time. It's like they're putting the cart before the horse in the name of greed and wanting to be so quick to release that product. I really miss fashion when fashion was fashioning. You be the great ones when you make these prototype shoes and let the other brands make their mock-up brands and inexpensive prices. Yeah, it cheapens everything. It cheapens everything. I don't agree with how Adidas is going with their shoes. What happened about the class of it all, the reclass of the brand? When people actually did brag about the shoes, yo, dog, these are the for real Wiz Adidas jellyfish. I paid $250,000 for these. Word, and you can tell too. Well, I wish I can get those, but I know when I go to Walmart, I can find something close to it for half the price, and I'm cool with that. But when shopping for fashion, you know your place in life. You know where you're supposed to shop in life, you know? Someday, one day, maybe I can go to the expensive malls and get these name brand things. But as of now, even though I like that, I cannot afford it. I'm sure going to go down to the gas station to get some knockoffs until then, you know? I tell you that. I tell you that much for sure. So, yeah. So once again, shouts out to Pharrell Williams. So Pharrell Williams is in the fashion world right now. Excuse me. Yes, it cheapens it. It just takes away the whole art appreciation of it all in the realm of fashions in the department of shoes. That's just like coming out with the illest cover art there is. Art for a record volume, you have artwork on a record. Yes, a real vinyl. and the art is exclusive to said artist, let's say Kanye West. If you want this particular piece of artwork, you had to buy the vinyl, and within the vinyl will be a pull out poster. People are going to want to replicate that, right? And there are going to be people who won't be able to afford it. But when you go to Family Dollar or the Dollar Tree, there'll be something close to that, and you'll get that instead. It's stuff like that. I tell you, man, this is cool. I like this conversation. This whole video or podcast in particular, the Joe Budden Podcast episode 874, Miley and Molly is a good episode. They have a lot of good talking points in here. Yeah, now they're talking about how layoffs now. People are getting laid off who are actually doing good at work. I had a good job and I got laid off years ago. It felt weird. It felt really weird. Messed my whole world up. Because things like that weren't supposed to happen, because my parents drilled in my head, if you got a plant job, you set for life. It was awful. This is good. So, I'm 2 hours and 34 minutes into said podcast, if you are interested in following along with me. So I wonder how Pharrell Williams feels about this. Let me see. Joe's going house hunting on Zillow. I like shopping around on Zillow, or should I say, I like to look around on Zillow to just see all the types of architecture or structural designs that are out there. And then I like to just look around and see how things look. It takes you to a whole nother world. It's really cool. Man, it's fun going on Zillow looking around. There we go. Let me scooch this over here. Williams' view the collaboration with Adidas on the jellyfish shoe positively, believing that the shoe's success and community's enthusiastic response indicate that he and Adidas are moving in the right direction. He is grateful for the reception, stating that the positive reaction means people feel the energy and flow he intended for the design. He also sees it as a testament to the creative process where the team pushed and redefined big idea until it became a living design. I'll put the citations of where this came from at. Yeah, don't shortcut when you're building a house from the ground up. Yeah. See, wow. Wow. So what Joe was talking about is he saw a house that he was eyeing on Zillow, so much to the point that he went to go look at it in person, and the guy was there and was talking to the contractor. Someone was talking to him about the stuff that was in that said house was pretty much garbage. But to the untrained eye, a lot of people would miss that and seeing that they're just using standard quality materials for the mansion that's being built and not the premium stuff. So it's like they're cheaping out, and you didn't cheap out. This is good. They're still talking about the price point of the shoes, but yeah, this is good. Oh, I cannot put the contents in here yet. It's no different from the Chuck Taylor shoes. They have the authentic Chuck Taylor shoes, and then you go to Family Dollar, you'll see a knockoff brand of Chuck Taylor shoes. You'll be able to know the difference, but for those who cannot afford Chuck Taylor shoes, they'll have to settle for the ones from Family Dollars. Hi, what's going on? Long time no see. High five. Bam, thank you for coming in. This is a bonus video I'm doing. It's a reaction review to the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 874, Miley and Molly. This is video part 3. Thank you so much for coming in. Right now, they're talking about different shoes. Well, not different shoes. They're talking about the price point of the Adidas shoes, knockoffs versus the authentics, paying a lot of money for stuff. This is good. So name brand shoes coming out at different price points because they know that people cannot afford the full price for said shoe. Yes. So you know where you gotta go to go get a knockoff version of said shoe that's at a price point of $1,000 or more. Or you have to get a lesser value price point. And that's just what it is. It's just like going to the grocery store and you want to buy a frozen pizza. You have Red Baron, you have DiGiorno, but if you're only working with so much money, you're gonna have to get the store value frozen pizza, and that's just what it is. That's no different from the Adidas shoes, the jellyfish shoes. The only thing that's wrong with this situation is the fact that it's like Adidas is selling themselves short in the way far as disregarding the art, the respectability politics, and art appreciation when it comes to artists putting their whole all into designing a shoe. It's like they are not holding on to that. Hey, what's going on, Judge Shady Court? How are you doing? The show is on commercial right now, so I'm running my mouth about the shoes. All right. I'm not even going to be able to say it all. Hold on. Yeah, all right, Judge Shady Court is in here. All right. Yes, I'm doing the reaction review on the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 874. If you're interested, the description is in the bottom. Yeah, and right now they're currently talking about the Adidas jellyfish shoes that Pharrell Williams designed, and it's pretty good. So yeah, they're talking about bringing back the value of exclusivity. So the thing is, I really like that Pharrell Williams and Kanye West both participated with Adidas to present their design and artwork. But what the problem is now that they've used those two said artists to rack in money and have such a prototype on a shoe that's working, well, Adidas is starting to pattern it and is making a knockoff version of that same shoe and selling it to people who cannot afford it. My concern is this: whatever happened to respecting the artsmanship of a designer, you know? So yeah, this is cool. Thank you for coming in. Bam, high five. This is good. I wouldn't be surprised if they keep on talking about this for the next 10 minutes. They stopped making that car shortly after. The Chrysler what? The Chrysler 300. Y'all remember the Chrysler 300s? Oh man, those cars were shaped really cool. I like those cars. They were shaped really cool. This is good. Yeah, Park says Adidas isn't Ferrari. No. Oh, man. Ooh. Travis Scott's got shoes out? I wish I could put some comments down in the chat and label my citations. Man. Ah, he's singing! Let's see here. Let's see. Video editor. Live chat. Wow. Let me go over here and see if I can put... I didn't know Travis Scott had shoes. Let me check them out. Let me see. Yay! Yay! 1, 2, buckle my shoe. Yay! There. So I need to look up and see what these Travis Scott shoes are looking like. Travis Scott. So I like listening to this because I'm learning stuff. It's helping keep me in line. Okay. There. Travis Scott has shoes from Nike. Yes, exactly. I like how Mona just summarized it. It's not a classism type thing far as being better than somebody. It's just the coolness of it. If you're a sneakerhead and you love collecting shoes and you want to buy the jellyfish shoes and you work really hard to get these said shoes, she says it takes the fun out of it. Because let's say you work really hard for the jellyfish shoes, and then someone with the knockoff version stands right next to you, and she's saying you have to squint to see which one's the wheels or the fakes. It's hard to see the difference. And then it makes her feel some type of way because it's like, I might as well just got the knockoff ones because nobody can even tell the difference. This conversation can go on for a little while. This is cool. So let me see what's going on with these Travis Scott shoes. Yes, Travis Scott has collaborated with Nike and Jordan brand on numerous shoes, beginning with the Air Force One Low AF100s. In 2017, his collaborations feature signature design elements like a reverse swoosh and often uses the Cactus Jack branding. Initial collaborations. The partnerships began in 2017 with the Air Force One Low AF100, which had interchangeable swooshes and removable patches. Signature elements. Many of his shoes incorporate a backwards facing swoosh, a key element of his designs. Examples of popular models. Some of his notable shoes collaborations include the Air Jordan 1 High and Low, Air Jordan 4, Cactus Jack, not Anthony Scrambleton. Ah! We've got Nike Air Max 270s, React Cactus Trails, and various models of the Nike Air Force One. Okay, broader collection. The collaboration extends beyond just sneakers to include apparel like hoodies and t-shirts. Didn't know that. Tell me something. Okay. Cool. So, are these the pictures of his shoes? They're talking about a girl named Sydney Sweeney now. Oh, I didn't know those were Travis Scott shoes. Now that I have informed myself that the swoops are backwards, now I know they aren't knockoffs. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay. This is cool. Now that I know that these are Travis Scott's and not knockoffs, I'll be more susceptible of looking further at these shoes more clearly. Tell me something. Now, I like shoes, but I didn't know that. Okay. Moving forward. Now they're talking about Sydney Sweeney. Let me see who that is. Who is that? Let's see. Who is Sydney Sweeney? Sydney Sweeney. Let me see here. Wikipedia. Sydney Sweeney. This might be the Sydney Sweeney they're talking about. Sydney Berners Sweeney, born September 12, 1997, is an American actress. She gained early recognition in her roles Everything Sucks, The Handmaid's Tale, and Sharp Objects in 2018. She received wider acclaim for her performance in the drama series Euphoria, and the first season of the anthology series, The White Lotus, both of which earned her nominations for Primetime Emmy Awards. I don't know who she is. Well, that's what they're talking about right now. They're talking about her name in reference to blue jeans. So let me look and see what AI overview can tell me. To blue jeans. Let's see here. Okay, Sydney Sweeney's reference to blue jeans. Thank you, AI Overview. So Sydney Sweeney's reference to blue jeans became a national controversy in 2025 due to the American Eagle Sydney Sweeney Has Great Jeans ad campaign. The ad's double entendre. That's how you spell entendre. Playing on genes, genetics, and genes sparked backlash from critics who interpreted it as it promoting eugenics, while others saw it as a harmless marketing pun. Sweeney later commented on the controversy, saying the reaction was a surprise, but that she loves jeans and wears them often. Wow, that must have went over my head. A lot of stuff's been happening this year. You can ask a question, I don't necessarily have to answer it. And if it's inappropriate, don't do that, or I'll just block it anyway. So here for it. So that's who Sydney Sweeney is. Okay. We'll learn something new every day, hey? So it's cool to be able to watch various things or listen, because you can pick up on things that you may miss around the world. All right, so moving forward now, I know who she is per se. Let's see where I am. Do I have two windows open? There's the other one. Yes, I was a cow. That was for Morning Moon. That was for Monday Morning Moon Motivation Madness. Today is my bonus. Well, right now, this is my bonus video. I'm doing the reaction review of the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 874, Miley and Molly. Yeah. I am currently in the 2-hour, 49-minute marker. This is cool. So the guys are talking about the Sweeney girl, and I just learned about her. Moving forward. Sydney Sweeney. Every time I hear the name, it makes me think of the girl from Lemony Snicket's Tale of Unfortunate Events. But those are two different women. Perhaps maybe she could be in something like that. I'll have to familiarize myself with her. Let's see here. Is that her real name? That's Sydney Sweeney. Not to be confused with Sweeney Todd, people. Definitely no relation. Gravy train dog food. There. My royal popcorn. Thank you guys for coming in. Let me see what you guys have said so far in today's survey. We have 15 people who have participated. Have you heard of the Joe Budden Podcast /TV? 27% said yes, and 73% said no. Oh. Now they're talking about Jamie Lee Curtis, the lady from Michael Myers, right? Jamie Lee Curtis, yay. Jamie Lee Curtis seems like a fun person to hang around, based on the interviews. That's so cool. She seems fun. Let's see here. Moving forward, let me move down here. And so I'm learning about stuff on here. What are they talking about now? Yang, 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 yang. Are they talking about Tiana Taylor? Tiana Taylor? Oh, they're not talking about Tiana Taylor. They're talking about another Tiana. Well, shouts out to Tiana Taylor. She's a force to be reckoned with, isn't she? Goodness. Let's see here. Sydney Sweeney. Was she? I don't think she was ever in any Nickelodeon shows. Let me see. Was Sydney Sweeney in any Nickelodeon shows? Maybe that's where I know her from. Let me see. Ever in any Nickelodeon shows? Let me see. She wasn't in any Nickelodeon things. Sydney Sweeney was never in any Nickelodeon shows or movies, according to AI Overview. She did, however, have a guest role in the Disney's XD show Kickin' It in 2011. Her earlier television guest appearances include show as Heroes. Maybe that's where there's a sense of familiarity from. Her early television guest appearances include Heroes, Criminal Minds, 90210, Chase, Grey's Anatomy, Pretty Little Liars, The Middle. Okay, cool. She later gained prominence. I'm talking about Sydney Sweeney, because they're talking about Sydney Sweeney. She later gained prominence of her roles in Everything Sucks, The Handmaid's Tale, Sharp Objects, Euphoria, and The White Lotus. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for coming in. If you're interested in following along to what I'm listening/reacting to, the link in the description, and it is the Joe Budden Podcast, episode 874. So Mona is talking about how much should or you shouldn't reveal when you're going out for a fancy gathering, like a red carpet. And it's a place she's saying to express your fashion sense, and there shouldn't be any limitations when it comes to what a woman decides to reveal and what she decides to dress for these said types of ceremonies. What do you guys think? Saying that there's a fine line difference between wearing a certain dress to the corporate Christmas party versus wearing certain see-through dresses when you're going to like somewhere fancy schmancy. So of course it all depends on where you're going. And if you're wearing something risque, you better have a backup You better have a backup dress change, because they may send you home. You know, what do they say? You have to know how to read the room. You should be, like Joe Budden said, you should be able to police yourselves in reference to knowing how to dress properly for said events, formal, informal. But when in doubt, if you want to wear a dress that you're in question about, what they're saying is, it's on you. So in my mind, have a backup dress so you don't have to go all the way back home. You have it with you. This is cool. Once again, welcome back. Thank you guys for participating in the survey. Can you believe it? This video was already almost over. And we've only had, I think, 3 commercial breaks. This is really cool. So let me move forward while they talk about form-fitting dresses and stuff. So in the summary of this section, they're just doing the whole art appreciation of how women look in certain dresses, you know? Calling for where they see it. If she looks nice in her dress, she looks nice in her dress. If she doesn't, she doesn't. It's all about how a woman knowing how to pick a dress that highlights said person, right? It's about knowing which piece of fabric looks great with you and celebrating that. So that's what it is. Yeah, let's be honest. There are gorgeous women wearing the most gorgeous clothes, but then we also got gorgeous women in catwalks and galas wearing literal actual black trash bags. Exactly. And that's funny. I was looking at that about 2 days ago, how they make the trash bags turn into fashion. But that's my thing with the trash bag situation. It reminds me of fashion class. I haven't had fashion class, but I'm going by seeing things online and listening to people who've gone to fashion class. How to really strengthen your imagination by making something beautiful out of a trash bag versus just cutting a hole out of the top of the trash bag at the top of your head and for your arms to stick through. You continue on saying, I just don't understand fashion, I guess. Fashion is open for interpretation. I think it's about wanting to envision how to make something as simplistic as a garbage bag or a trash bag come to life. How can you turn something so simplistic into something so beautiful? Now, they'll tell you the famous trash bags is about if you break down the trash bag into several little pieces and then sew them together like quilted patterns. That's where my mind goes in this strength of fashion. If you had to walk down the runway wearing a garbage bag, and it's based on that. But back to you, and in reference to not seeing anything in the fashion realm far as it where it comes flat creatively. I do get you on that. I want to see you expand it. Fashion is about expounding on the simplistic, maximizing something so minimalistic. So I appreciate your comment. This is really cool. So let me put some clothes. C-O-O. All they have is a t-shirt. A t-shirt. Let me find jeans. Shouts out to fashion. So here's some clothes for fashion. Fashion is like music. Finally, another commercial break. And this commercial is wiggity, 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 wax. So I'm getting ready to skip it. The time right now is 10:36 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Today is November 10th, 2025. Wonderful tea. Fashion. Fashion is fun. Joe Budden is crazy. He doesn't talk like he's married or betrothed to someone at all. Not at all. Fashion is like comedy music. To each their own. Is that boba tea? No. Now, isn't boba tea the stuff with the bubbles in it? This is plain old Lipton tea. So I am here. I agree with Joe Budden in reference to how women are going out here wearing basically ladies' underwear now and calling it clothes and standard attire, which is why I feel so comfortable walking out public in the onesie, because compared to what girls are wearing today, and wearing indecent exposure types of clothes, and they're getting away with it, I am not going to get in trouble walking around in broad daylight in this. Fashion is like comedy music, each to each their own. This is, oh, I read that already. Regular tea. Let's see. Let me see here. Let's see here. But I can't say this. Joe Budden is unapologetically who he is. So, in public, and so who can just imagine how he is behind the scenes if he's showing himself in public. So I don't feel sorry for aren't they going to be married his fiance Sade, because she knows exactly who she has. So I don't feel bad for her, because that obviously means she's cool with it. So who am I to judge her if that's the guy she decided to be with, right? He's quite sure she knows who he is. I'm sorry to change the subject about women equality. How come women are not on construction sites? We got female officers, female wrestlers, female military personnel, but no female construction. I don't know, because that seems like a fun job, to build things with your hands. And building things with your hands is something you can teach both a boy and a girl, because that's something that you can use to help build back a city, build back a community, heaven, build back your own house. Like, in the name of being a housewife, I don't see anything wrong with having some type of construction class, some type of carpentry class, because as a homemaker, it would be nice to be able to know those skills just in case. You know, that's a good question. Maybe they will now. The whole job market is fluctuating now to help us, the ones who don't want to, the ones who have been walking through this world with their eyes willingly closed. The way the world is changing now, they will be forced to see stuff like this now, and maybe they'll want to take up a job like that. So yeah, you're not changing the subjects. Construction site is a good job. It's a lot of heavy lifting, but I'm quite sure they can find something for a woman to do. You know, they're doing everything else, but to each his own. We finally hit our 3-hour mark on the Joe Budden Podcast. We are currently in the 3-hour 4-minute marker. If you're interested, the description is in the link below, and this is my reaction video. They're talking about Ty Dolla $ign now. First time I was introduced to the voice of Ty Dolla $ign, far as putting sound to name, was with the Kanye West album. And it was good too. It was a good album. What is the name of that Kanye West album? But that was my first time actually doing that. Give me a moment so I can find the name of that. Was it Versus and something with Kanye West? That's when I first put voice to name. It's a great flow with that CD. Vices and Virtues, I believe is what it's called. So I'm glad they're talking about music again. If you guys are open-minded, you can learn a lot from the Joe Budden Podcast because they touch on everything and give it to you raw and uncensored from a male's point of view. So women, if you are listening to this, just try to take it with a grain of salt and don't let this, deflate your confidence. But this is a great way to put your ear to the ground and see what's really going on out here. I just learned about the Sweeney lady. What's that name they were talking to us about? They talked about Sydney Sweeney, and I got to catch up on this quote controversy that went on with her this year with her and some blue jeans. I just caught up on learning about her. I just learned that Travis Scott has some shoes out, and Travis Scott has Nike shoes out, and he intentionally has the Nike shoes to be backwards. So I didn't know that. I've seen the shoes with the backwards Nike sign, but I thought they were knockoffs. So now I'll look more closely to the said Nike shoes. They were talking about the Adidas and Pharrell Williams. This is really cool. So I'm learning a lot. So let me see. They're talking about Ty Dolla $ign. Who is Ty Dolla $ign? Let me check here. Look it, I typed in who is Ty Dolla $ign and this weird font showed up on my computer, y'all. That's the first time I've seen that happen. It's like he did his own AI overview drop and typed it in with an iOS phone and got that weird font on there. I've never seen that before. So, he is an American singer, songwriter, and record producer. Let me make this bigger. It says here, he is known for blending R&B and hip hop. Wow, this showed up really weird. His early career, he first gained major recognition in 2010 for his feature on YG's Toot It and Boot It, which he had written and produced. He later signed with Wiz Khalifa's Taylor Gang Records in 2013. He's been out that long? Music style. While versatile, he is primarily a singer with a smooth delivery rooted in R&B, though he often incorporates hip-hop flows in production. His hit singles and collaborations. Ty Dolla $ign was supposed to be on Joe Budden Podcast. Why hasn't he joined the party? I'm reading about who he is. I didn't even know he's been out that long. I thought he just came out. Thank you so much for the Hercules the Shark compliment. Hercules the Shark comes on Fridays, every Friday at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And then for Hercules the Shark Fish Fry Fridays for a 30-minute set. And then he comes on sometime before lunchtime talking about some music. So he do music, Hercules the Fusion Fridays with Hercules the Shark. So yeah. Okay, just a minute, guys. I got a text message coming in. Hang on, guys. Hang it on, guys. There. Let me see. I want to make sure I'm doing this okay. So I'm waiting for a response. Hello, thank you for coming in. What's going on, Sizzle Move Song? I'm multitasking. I responded to a text message and I'm talking with you guys and I'm learning about people from this podcast today. This is fun because it's like I'm reading a book and I have my dictionary right next to me, or my digital dictionary. Hi. Okay, guys, I gotta get ready to go do something really quickly. So looks like, guys, I'm gonna have to end the live stream. I have to go take care of something. Woo. It's warm in here. So until next time, thank you for coming in, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribe. Have family matters to take care of. Until next time, I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye. Thanks for coming in.